can't say that shit anymore because this girl at practice, who I generally find kind of weird, I don't like her like that much at all. But the thing is, I did talk to her. I've talked to her many times, but I don't think too hard about much at all about it. Like I'm not wondering or worrying about whether she's like flirting with me or not. I can't tell, and quite frankly, I just don't care because I don't like her. Not like that anyway. I don't think she's a bad person. She's a good person. She's just kind of weird. But I gotta get back on track of what I was even getting at. So, what was I talking about? Not like that weird, but she's just like, she's not my type, looks-wise or personality. Not really. No. What are you getting at? I'm trying to remember the part of the story that made it matter. Well, one thing I do remember, and it's worth saying right now, is I definitely can talk to women. Like, I have the ability to navigate around their emotional tests that they do, where they fucking throw curveballs at you for whatever fucking reason, because they're just like that. And I think that's because I'm the only boy in my family, other than my dad. So I've just been around women, and I just have to deal with them being women. Honestly, what I've been the opposite. Cause I'm really nice to any women that aren't my sisters. I've always been really mean to my sisters. They've also been kind of mean to me though. But I'm usually the instigator. But I don't want to be mean to them anymore, really. Cause like one of my sisters can't handle it. And that's why it's perfect to mess with her, because it works. While my other sister, it doesn't work on her at all. It never has, really. The worst that it can get is if I get annoying enough, then she'll just get fucking mad and yell at me, but I'm not gonna specify a thing. One of them. Give it your best guess. Won't tell you which one it is anyway. What is that supposed to mean? Wait, what do you mean? Baby. Are you trying to fuck me? Who told you that? I feel like you stalk me and my whole fucking family. Why, I mean... Well, I figured that much. I mean, I see people's family members come up that I've never even met before or seen. You know what's actually really weird? Is I've been seeing Diz's grandma's Facebook profile come up, but like a lot recently, but I know she's dead. It's kind of weird. It's like it keeps like showing it to me, but like, dude, like she's dead. Like, because I see the profile and yeah, and I see like the face and I see like her alive, and but then it's like she's not though. She's gone. It's weird to be looking at a person that you've never seen alive or dead in real life in a picture, but knowing that they're dead already. It was like the first time I'd ever seen his grandma. She had already passed, and it was just a picture of her. It was weird. But I've literally heard him talk to her, like, over the mic before. I think so. I'm pretty sure that they lived together for a certain point in time. I remember that, I think. Jesus Christ. I'm setting down a voyage. Mm. Yeah. Well, you don't want to talk about that kind of sensitive topic around the kind of person that once they hear you talk about it, they're going to assume a bunch of things, like anywhere from assuming that now it's okay to talk about that subject, like to just bring it up at any random time when maybe you don't want to bring it up, like, ever again after that once. At the same time as also, like, some people will think, oh, well, if you can just talk about it so easily, then it wasn't serious for you. You know, and then they'll, like, test you and fuck with you about it. So there is a reasons, but, you know. Yeah. Well, I'm, I mean, like, that's, like, the instinctual reason that I think we don't like to talk about people or animals that have died, because it's like a selfish response, really, it is. You're protecting yourself, because y you could essentially, like, um, expose a weakness in your character to somebody who's looking for a weakness in your character. Yeah. I had my own moment like that where, like, I already understood that and I knew it, but I didn't feel it until within the last 2 weeks. I really did realize that fighting in jiu-jitsu and, you know, like, what the Vikings did was gliding. So FLYBING, I think is what they called it, gliding. It was like battle of wits. They would essentially, it would be 2 people insulting each other until one of them was like, all right, that was so bad, you got it, you won, you know. And just that was part of their culture. Probably a British soldier got killed by a Viking. British are fucking assholes. I mean, in history terms, like throughout history, they were always just the dominant force that liked to let everyone know they were in charge. Was what land, or who was first landed on that land? Was it Sparta? Or was it Roman Empire? Like, what was there before the British? Like, on that land? I think it was the Romans. But that was a long time ago, even for like the British. They were. That was over historical events even in those times. If you play Assassin's Creed Vikings, I'm pretty sure that there's old Roman like buildings and structures that are still standing, that are said to be like so old that there's people like discovering things about them and shit. And that was like back when the Vikings invaded fucking Britain, you know, when they sailed there. That was so long ago, even, you know, compared to now. It's just that land, British land, the UK, I guess, I don't fucking know what you call that world, that hemisphere. It's always been so rich. The soil is rich. There's so many people there. Whoever's in charge there is basically in charge. Not exactly anymore, but, you know, throughout history. But the British they were Christian as well. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Oh yeah. That's why when one goes off, everyone dies here. They all set off a chain. what's unfortunate is it's equally as good as it is bad. It would be a very positive thing because don't eat a cheese mixed with and like maybe basically like chip dip, and we're just gonna like eat it with fucking tortilla chips, you know. It's so fucking good. All you need to do is literally just melt, like, it depends how much you want to make. Usually for like a few people, you get 2 of those foot-long Velveeta sticks, and then you melt them in the pot, and then you cook the meat separately, and then you add the meat once it's cooked into the cheese once it's melted, and you mix it in with the tomatoes and whatever other veggies and potential seasonings you want, and that's that. It's done. It's very high in calories though because of the cheese. That's the problem. Chips. It's also just really, really, really fucking good. So there's really no limit to how much I can eat. That sounds good, actually. Whoa. Oh, for sure. You know what? I'm not gonna eat anything else today just to make room for tomorrow. I've only had 1,000 calories today. I'm just gonna cut it at that and eat 500 plus more calories. Yeah. Oh, but Red, you're such a good bird, though. You're such a good bird, though. How can I not want to pet you? Tell me to back off, but you're just a good little bird. I'm gonna pet you, Reg. Good birdie. Bottled water. Hey, you're a good bird. indeed being fired upon. Yes. I feel like they shot a player at us. Because they fired twice, and I only saw one cannon land. Those kegs already went off. Won't have to worry about that. Let's just fight them. I don't give a shit. We'll grab the loot later. What a rush. Yeah. Preparing more for the They had a bunch of yeah. Pushing. One of us is doing shoulders and chest, and the other's doing back. Biceps. Their stuff. Yeah, dude, we've actually got a whole small one we're there. I'm gonna grab this real quick, but we need to get turned around. Smugglers. Stuff, we passed it. They have a bunch of crates too. I hope they have a storage crate as well. Oh, shit. So afraid that we'll get defeated within the first few minutes of starting after we bought a 5,000 coin crate on a video game. But he doesn't realize it gives us an advantage and we're more likely to win because we made that investment. Grabbing it hand, yeah, because you save so much time, you're so much more effective. That's what keeps you from, essentially, that's what like protects you, that's what gives you that advantage. Is simply because it's faster. Yeah, I do. I think that's a storage crate. Oh, that island? Yeah. It's 20,000 before all of the bonuses. If you have an emissary bonus, you get 100,000, 50,000 or something. I think it's 50. No, they're not. They're easy. So those weren't in the game. What we were doing. Definitely not that hard. It's pretty easy. It's just it's slow. It's very, very slow, but it's really easy. And once you buy like the first few things you want, like it's nothing really to buy after that anyway. Other than this stuff. Like I haven't spent my in-game money on anything since I bought the ship skin that one time. Oh, wait, no, that was real money. That was real money. I've spent more real money on this game than gold. Yeah, speaking of Saturn on Chivalry, I didn't actually take it serious whenever I you know, said you guys were all assholes for kicking me out that night. But, you know, he didn't even want to fight me just because I was better than him, and I just don't align with that viewpoint at all. I fight anyone, whether they're better or worse than me. Like, yeah, you know, like if it's a random player, like I don't care if that person is better or worse than me. Like I'll fight them if I want to. I feel that way. Like you were better than me with that fucking sword whenever I was using the great axe, or the great, whatever, the Highlander sword. You were doing better. Like you were actually killing me almost every time. But I didn't feel like not fighting anymore. I wanted to get better. But but then with you, I kill you how many times in a row, and you just keep coming back. You go again, and then you get better. From start today, when we first got on, you were using the kick, and you'd get a good hit in on me by kicking me. But then, as we played longer, you not only were using the kick, but you were timing it, using it strategically. Literally, I was watching you get better at fighting in the game, and it got to a point where I actually was like, gotta take this seriously. It's not just like, I can beat you without trying anymore, like I have to try. That's just all today. You know, it's kind of weird. The positions were reversed at a point in time. Saturn was the one asking me to get on. Chivalry. And I was like, man, that game's hard. I don't want to play it. Like it's challenging. You know, it's hard. Whatever. And eventually I just stopped playing it. Like I was just like, yeah, I really don't want to. Blah blah blah. But even then, my whole like perspective on the game was, if I'm gonna try and play this game, I'm gonna get good at it, and that's where I'm at now. Like, I decided that I'm ready to actually commit to the game and get better at it. That's what I did. I committed literally 2 whole fucking days to just practicing against people in those servers or whatever, just to get better. And then you saw, you and me would hop on the game, and we would spar each other, and we would just kind of do whatever we were doing. But then after those 2 days or so, I would whoop your ass over and over. It's over. Why he hasn't been joining us often, I think. Because, especially recently, he's been joining in and asking what game I want to play with him, and I'm kind of like in the boat where, like, if I'm already playing something, that's probably what I'm going to keep playing. Otherwise, I would have let you know already. And so like, I'll just be like, I don't know, probably just go with this. Regardless of his response, what will ultimately happen is like, not avoiding things, he's not joining with something. And when he does join now, more than ever, he's like expecting us all to play something together. Not expecting us, but he even asked, just to like, that one night he was like, I'll join if we all play something together. You know, he made that clear. And I did want to play zombies in that moment, you know, but then it changed. Then everyone was on, and I didn't want to play zombies anymore, so I stayed on Dying Light, and he tried to fucking pressure me to get on the game, and I could have just said something, but I didn't want to. Like, do I have to respond to that almost childish almost like childish level of like, come on, get on with us, please, come on, you said you would. Like, I said I would, but like I changed my mind and already said that once. I'm not gonna say it again. Like, it was just like, it's uncomfortable. Like, I want to feel free to play the game I want to play. Like he's, well, I don't know. I mean, it's not necessarily an issue. It's just like, it's a little disappointing because now it really does feel like he's only joining just to play games with us and not necessarily just to even be around us. Move it to the right. Yeah. Genuinely hard to come up with an answer when someone asks me what I want to play. Like, I don't know what I want to play. I'm playing it right now. What would I want to play altogether? Well, we have about 2 fucking choices because that's the only 2 fucking games you have downloaded. Like, what do you mean what do you want to play? You're not asking what I want to play. You're telling me to hop on one of the 2 games that you can fucking have downloaded on your system at a time. It's a very obvious answer. It's either Call of Duty or it's fucking whatever the other one is, but it's always Call of Duty. He always has Call of Duty. I'm gonna be honest, Call of Duty is crap. You know whose structure I really like is Mad Vlad, of course, the guy that Dylan showed me to. And here's the funny thing. Dylan was all like, oh man, I'm such a big fan of Mad Vlad, he's such a good YouTuber. And I asked him, like, how long have you known about his channel? He's like, oh, only about a year. I'm like, talk about this dude like he's your best friend. And at this point, I was watching his videos every day that they would come out, because I really do like watching his videos. He's a cool YouTuber. He's genuinely, like, real and genuine. And he even talks about, like, I wish I could be more myself online, but you know how YouTube is nowadays, you know? Like, his older videos especially, like, he was hilarious. He said all kinds of funny shit. Like, he would have no problem throwing out, like, slightly racist jokes, ableist jokes about, like, retarded people and shit. Like, it was fucking awesome. Like it was like you were actually watching a real human being playing the game, and not like some gotta follow the rules, structure, family-friendly bullshit, you know? For real, dude. No, there should be a very clear distinction. There should be a side of the internet that is for the children and a side of the internet that is not. And I know that they do, like on YouTube, if you have your thing set to 18 plus, you can get away with a few more things, but you still can't say like whatever you want. Like if you even say something slightly offensive, and you get like your video reported by a viewer, that video is getting demonetized or completely taken down, even if it's 18 plus. There, like, if you set 18 plus your video, you should literally be able to say whatever you want. Actions and what you show are different, but words, come on. Like, really? It's like people, they get a bidet, people get a bidet and they're like, my ass is so clean, like it changed my life. Like, dude, no one wants to hear that shit. Go talk to the LGBTQs. No, but nobody wants, no, those people, they can talk about it. Get that shit away. I don't want to hear about your clean ass. It's like you're trying to invite guests to your home or something. Like, We didn't grab the loot from that port. Oh, because we went back for their supplies they dropped and not the loot. I don't think it did. It takes a while to despawn when it's on land. The other one is better. So these can't even be sold. I bet it's still there. So that painting can't be sold here, and neither can the book. This book can be. We just have to take it to the Reapers. Yeah, it's the one I backtracked. This is the outpost we spawned at, so it's really close to here. When you get back to the ship, sail us pretty much straight. It's in the middle of those two big rock formations that we're pointed right at. Oh, but I have birds on my inventory. We can just be improved on me and not worry about it. That step up, buddy. Come on, Rich, step up. I know, I'm sorry, I was messing with you seconds. Alright, let me show you. Alright. I would like for them to play the game. so desperate to find something to do, yet you let this ship sail completely in the wrong direction while I was thinking of this. Yeah, well, the wind pushes the ship and stuff the other way, you know? Current makes you turn a little bit. I mean, it still is, like, right next to us. The island. I don't know how long it's gonna be there. Is this Kraken's Fall? It is, actually. This is where our quest is right now. So, yeah, I want to go look real quick to see if that loot's there. It's to our left, real close by. But this is where our quest is, so... Yeah, I wish it could get on the ship, too, but it just can't. I'm pretty sure I saw one time that they... I think that came from... You remember the, I haven't seen it for a long time, it's the bone callers. People were even saying that if you throw them into the ocean, then they'll, like, board a player's ship. I'm almost 100% certain that was a lie, just to get people to use their things. Because it has never worked, I do it. And besides, when you think about it, like, if you throw them into the ocean and they're just, like, dangling in the ocean, that's purely up to chance whether they're gonna actually grab that ladder or not. So even if that's the case, it's still just so much easier to shoot it at the ship with the cannon. Yeah. But besides that, they even said at one point that they would be able to repair and bucket water out of your ship. So when you put them on your own ship, all they do is just defend it from enemies they don't use once. There, John, and the loot is still there. And it restarted too, so we could do it again. Just make that tomorrow. Let's plan on it anyway. Well, let's plan on it, like, as long as it goes according to plan. If other things come up, you know, like, I won't give a shit if you back out. Because it's not like we have an obligation to get started. So, if we miss a day, like, in the future, once we've already started, that's one thing we have to get started. Besides, our first few streams, we're probably gonna have 0 viewers. We will more than likely have 0 viewers for a long time, until we even have, like, one that comes in. They joined and then they left because they weren't interested. Yeah, they somebody else will. There's always somebody. There's so many people who actually enjoy sitting and watching somebody else play their favorite game. I don't get it, but hey. girls play their game. Oh yeah, and the thing about Dead by Daylight is that there's quite a bit of channels, mostly ones that started like during the peak time when it was popular. They like totally dropped the game and their entire channel for years. I'm not even kidding. This one dude, Noob3, with his YouTube channel, he was the #1 Dead by Daylight streamer when Dead by Daylight was a new game, and it was like in that like in its peak essentially. And then he just disappeared. Like no context. He didn't tell anyone anything. He just like stopped uploading for like a year, and then he came back and he made an explanation video. He got so many fucking views on that video. It was crazy. And then, on top of that, he didn't post another video for like another year, and then he started, he made like 2, and they got an insane amount of views, like more than he even did before he quit streaming. It's like he got more popular from not being on his channel. It's crazy. And every time he comes back and he makes like 2 or 3 videos every year, then he gets more views every time. It's crazy. And then there's another one who I would say is like his equal. Yeah. This other guy who I would say is like his equal, because he was also his friend during that time period, and he was also streaming and very popular. His name is Monto. He pretty much did the same thing for a long time, but now he actually is back, and he like is streaming and making videos consistently. And it seems like he's here to stay. But he's not just Dead by Daylight. He's literally playing, like, he made it clear, like, when I come back to my channel, this isn't going to be a Dead by Daylight channel anymore. I'll still play the game, but, like, I'm going to just play what I want, and you guys just figure out, what you like, but I'm going to play what I like, and that's just what it is. He wasn't, like, chasing the trending thing to catch, like, new people's attention. He's just he's being himself. He's one of the realest YouTubers ever. Right? He's, like, up there with Mad Black, in my opinion. He's just real, and he doesn't try to be anything other than himself, and he just plays what he wants, and he does it the way he wants. And you know what's most hilarious is that he embraces some of the most toxic playstyles in the game, and he embraces them. Like, most people look down on others for playing dirty, but this guy, that's his whole jig, that's his whole thing, and he's known for it. Yes, yeah. That's, like, how he got popular, and it's not him, like, playing the part, like, that's just how he plays the game. It's his strategy. His strategy is to tap into that dark side. Evil. maybe. No. I'm mostly... I don't think he is. That's just... Well, that's just him... That's just him being our friend still, while we're hanging out and streaming. Like, yeah, we can play a part, but, like, Elias can still be our friend, and we can still be his friend, while we're also playing that part, like, streaming and blah blah blah. So it doesn't have to be, like, perfect. We don't have to, like, literally be actors playing a role. Yeah, the majority of us should. I think that there should, at a maximum, be one person playing something other than the rest of us, because I'm not streaming in a group full of people that are all talking over each other, playing separate games while we're trying to stream. I'm not doing that. So, like, maybe Saturn wants to play a different game while we stream Sea of Thieves, because he doesn't have it yet. No big deal. We've got Elias, maybe Diz, you and me, all playing it together, and Saturn's just, he's there too. He's not going to be a problem. Like, we can talk to him as much as we want. He's not going to interfere with our stream whatsoever. And then, maybe next time we play a different game, and Elias is the one that is sitting out while the rest of us play together, blah blah blah. You wouldn't talk in your stream? Yeah. Yeah, well, like, Mad Vlad, for example, what he does, with his buddies, when he plays the games with his buddies, he has, like, a few friends that he'll play with, like, on occasion, and that occasion can be very rare, or it can be very common. It just depends on what works for the other guy, you know, but the idea is, mostly, whether he's playing with other people or not, Mad Vlad kind of has, like, this character, that kind of, like, role that he plays in his streams, where he's like playing the part, but he also is, like, real at times too. Like, he'll just, like, seamlessly go between, like, playing that role and being that character to just being himself again, like, normal and, like, just not, you know, like, like, if he gets jump scared, for example, something that he likes to do when he gets jump scared, he likes to make you motherfuckers, like, you told me to say this, blah, 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 like, regarding real life, and then he'll, like, be silly and act a role again. You know, he's just, like, weird. Good, absolutely. Oh, and by the way, dude, because on Twitch you can talk about anything you want. He's a used to be a hardcore stoner. He talked about it openly. He was playing this game called Schedule 1, which is literally a game where you are a drug dealer. You have to grow your own weed, and then you move on to, like, meth and stuff if you want. And it just got him on the topic, like, people were asking, like, did you ever smoke devil's lettuce, and blah, blah, blah. He was like, man, my teen years were wild. Sounded like Elias telling a story to me. You know, Elias goes on about those stories of his past, and Mad Vlad talking about his past. It's like that dude, he's done it all, but he's at a point now where, he has panic attacks. What? Oh, we have to do it? Nice. So he basically said, yeah, well, he basically said the reason is not because of anything other than just being irresponsible with it when he first started, and mostly because he was getting mad at people around him. So now whenever he uses it, it takes him back to that like PTSD like state, and he literally has had panic attacks before. Absolutely. I still think that's the reason that when I use it, I just immediately get kind of like tense and like, I like want to hold my breath and I feel like I'm suffocating sometimes because that's what it is like to be around him. It felt suffocating to be around him, and it's almost the entire time I was around him. It's like brain muscle. Really, what I learned from doing a lot of big doses is I have enough. I don't have to worry about like how much I use. I can use fucking 5 grams every day if I wanted. But ultimately, what I've learned from using that much is that I don't need it at all. And if I do want it, like, okay, well here's a simplified version. It basically teaches you to live your best life. That's the simplest way to put it. And you know what it feels like when you take a microdose? It's like you're living your best life. It makes you live your best life. Like, there's no other way to put it. So, in other words, what I've learned from doing big doses is that smaller doses can actually get you closer to that end result that you would get either way. Whether you do big doses or not, it doesn't actually matter at the end of the day. It's all about the end result being the exact same. It's just faster when you do big doses. It's like a slower. It's like a fast cut versus a slow cut. Like when you cut slow, it all kind of integrates into your life slowly. Like you lose fat, but you maintain your muscle. Like you're still you. But when you cut super hard, you lose like when you do a big dose, you lose your sense of self for a little while. Which is mostly for like just that day, during the time you're taking it or whatnot. But you definitely kind of lose yourself, and so then you refine yourself and you're renewed. But it's just funny because like when you find yourself and you're renewed, it's like, holy shit, little did I know, I would actually have been better off if I did not trip tonight, or I mean last night, and I just opted to get good sleep and feel good today, rather than, you know, losing sleep and having that experience, and just to realize that I didn't need the experience, and I could have just gotten good sleep, and that's what I needed. Well, microdose isn't going to interfere with you in that kind of way. And it's also going to put you into the state of mind. It's literally going to make you feel like you're already living your best life, the life that you're leading you toward. It makes you feel like full of energy. It makes you feel like you want to be alive, like you want to be a human being, and you want to interact with the world around you. You know, big doses that you can't. Yeah. Unless you get bad sleep, then it just feels like crap. Yeah. well, really, that's like, is that? You know, I've been wanting to take another microdose again. Maybe something around a gram would be nice, but I mean, it's already too late. Like, I'm going to bed in the next hour. I gotta get up tomorrow to go to practice, and I need to get good sleep so I can actually recover. I'm being dead honest. I don't want to go to bed. It feels like it's still 8 p.m. It doesn't feel like it's midnight. And I'm probably gonna have a hard time falling asleep. But I know, because this Fineview has come full circle, I don't feel overstimulated anymore. I know for a fact that regardless of what I want, because THC would make me choose what I want rather than what I need. And that's kind of what that's a better way of putting what I was trying to say earlier. THC makes you chase what you want. While when I'm sober, I know it's very clear what I need. And I can actually do that. Like, it's not hard to convince myself it's better for me to opt for the long term rather than the short term gratification. We haven't even done our quest here yet, by the way. I haven't found it yet. Yeah. Yeah. I guarantee, John, that we wouldn't have any of the problems we have with smoking if we just, like, couldn't do it as often. Because our tolerance is inevitably going to be higher for the rest of our lives since we do it so often. And that's a fact. Like, I feel like with people who never smoke and then they do it, like, once a month, to get so fucking baked, that can't be very enjoyable. To get that fucking baked. Like, having zero tolerance is worse than, like, having a big tolerance, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But when you already have a big tolerance, and it's never gonna go back to what it was like before you ever touched it, now you can, like, lower your tolerance to where you get those fun, bubbly, good feelings back whenever you use it occasionally. But it's not like fucking frying you to a point where you're not human. You just are, like, really, really high, man, you know? Yeah. I really wish I could take Fineview every single day. I wish I just lived like this is how I felt all the time. Because I understand that what mostly drives me on a day-to-day basis, what mostly drives me to just, like, live is I just turn all of my struggles in life into power. That's what I do. I don't try to heal anymore. I turned my pain into strength, and I honestly think that is far superior to healing. I don't give a fuck what people say. A strong man is not a happy man. That's fact, okay? You don't... It is. Exactly. If I feel happy or not, and if I have the ability to protect the people that I care about more than myself, that makes me happy. That even if I'm not physically and feel happy, knowing that if I need to protect my family, that I sleep at night. That's what does it for me. I it was said so well. It was said so well in Asylum on Dying Light, the Beast. Basically, this character, he's a part of this group of infected people who have subsided the infection so that they look like zombies, but they're not like gone yet. Like they're still sentient human beings. So essentially, their like chemistry has changed, and they crave like to eat people sometimes, and they have like telepathic abilities and whatnot for being experimented on and shit. But and they have like zombified eyes and some features that are zombie-like, but they are still like conscious human beings. It's just that their chemistry, like their literal brain, and this guy is like he takes Kyle's brain, the main character, through a psychedelic trip that takes him back through all of his like moments in his life that really shaped who he is now. And the lesson was, it wasn't a lesson at all. It was reminding Kyle what he's doing is all of the torment that he's experienced in his life turns all of his pain and all of his suffering and all of that misery into strength. And that's how he makes it. He's not happy. He's very miserable. But it doesn't matter because he's strong, and people need him to be strong, and he needs to be strong for his people. And the NPC was like, I want you to lead by example, basically, to show the rest of our people, like, that, how to do that, essentially, so they don't just kill themselves. Because, like, once you're infected, you are going to turn eventually. You can only hold off the side effects for so long. And so, like, if you're that person who you're using the UV shrooms is what they use to keep the infection at bay, you are going to turn eventually. That's very, very saddening. That's very depressing, knowing that you might wake up zombie the next morning. I was there myself too. He was just like, you know, I knew him live before, you know, like, trying to cure or something. So I want you to try to, like, teach these people how to turn their pain and their misery into strength, just to fuel their will to live. Even for Crane, it's to fuel his beast mode, which is literally him turning into a fucking beast and like nothing can stop him. You've heard me explain what a volatile is before. So Crane basically is a volatile, but he's a sentient human being. He also looks like that. It's a whole rabbit hole. Long story short, behind the scenes of the games, trying to create a virus that would essentially turn people into super soldiers is one. Like, he was one of the only successful results of that. Because he was just one of the virus and whatnot. And that's why he's able to be, like, he has all of the abilities of a volatile, but he's still a human being, he's still sentient. He's literally a super soldier. What up, bro? Yeah, kinda. That's a really good example, actually. Yeah, he's basically Wesker. So, actually, no, that's it. I'm done. Yeah, like I was saying, we don't have to be happy. We just have to be happy, you know. Because I am personally not enough. My own life is not enough for me to live. I need to live for other people, otherwise I'd already be dead. Which means I need to be strong enough to protect the people around me. And if that means using my pain and my torment that I've experienced to turn that into my power that keeps me alive, that just sounds like a good deal to me. Exactly, yeah.